20 on me, case emergency. Ain't no cap in my rap. Real I know it's the truck. More profit mean extra. Emerald white out full of pressure. That cereal milk smoking right. But that Obama rent some special. Kansas City, I'm a chief. Shout out to K5 on new one. Country thuggin', I was hustling. I always had it on me. Booming like OJ the Juice. Till a nigga told on me. From now on, it's relentless. Ain't no love, we ain't friendly. If she want me on him. No the law, she get the business. No the law, still the motto. Empire.
Hello. Welcome in. This is Birds of a Feather Betting Pod with your boy Qcity.
Your boy Taj Bravado.
And this is the week 9 betting pod. Now, we did not put out a week 8 one, right? So we don't have any last week props to talk about. But we come in hard, hitting you fast with this week, what we got going on. So as of right now, Taj, 6-7 on the season coming into this week, right? A little under 500, but now's the time to turn it around. You got 2 bets I really like, right? But the first one, Bijan over 50.5 rushing yards. What kind of went into that one?
With Drake London out, Taylor Heineke in the game, I feel like they're gonna really just lean on the run game. And we at home. We have to establish the run game. So it feels like this is the week to do it.
I definitely agree with you. I was kind of sad when I figured Drake London was out. I've got a season long on him for over 1,000 receiving yards, and it is teetering in jeopardy right
It's
now.
gonna be tight. It's gonna
Yeah,
be tight.
this is like it's teetering in jeopardy right now. But he is a talent. Like the talent is there, and like we discussed in the pod, Heineke is more ready to win now per se than Ritter.
You got a higher floor. The
Yeah,
floor is higher.
so I definitely saw like there was an ability to get him involved in the offense this week. You know what I'm saying? Not that Ritter wasn't. I think that Ritter was doing a good job finally building a rapport with him. But I thought that any receiving yard would total would kind of be a lock this week for London.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I was agreeing with you. I was just saying, yeah. It did feel like it would have been a lot. So yeah.
But with that being said, I thought very similarly they're going to lean on the run game this week, and like we talked about, they got to get creative in the run scheme, right? They got to get creative in the run scheme. Let these guys, run through these big holes. Let's have some pulls. Let's have some misdirections. Bijan should cover 50 pretty easily.
Oh yeah, definitely should be fairly easy. It should be.
Now the second one you got, Pitts 41.5 receiving yards. You took the over on that one. Thinking pretty much the same on London, or how'd you get to that?
Since London's out, it just makes sense to me. It feels like it's gonna be a Kyle Pitts game because they're gonna be playing a lot. Because last time we seen, I believe last time we seen Brian Flores, his pitch went off for over 100. Brian Flores likes to do a lot of man and blitz. Pitts gonna see some one-on-ones. If Heineke can get it to him, the over 41 should be easy money.
Especially if he's working in the middle of the field, he's going to be the hot receiver a lot of times.
Middle of the field, outside, it don't matter. Like I don't. None of the corners is going to stop me from throwing the Pitts one-on-one.
And I will say about Heineke is that like he's worked with a myriad of receivers. I don't remember in Washington if he ever really worked with a big body receiver. So I can't think about his leverage skills being that much different from Ritter. I think his progression, as he moves through progression, he sees it open and is more willing to pull the trigger. But like one of the things we talked about with Ritter is that like, bigger targets don't necessarily create that same amount of separation, and he hesitates like reading exactly where the corner is so he can place the ball. I don't think that that's a big strength of Heineke either. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I think about the receivers he had, I'm thinking Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, but I think Heineke's more willing to just kind of pepper it. Like Like he like history. Like he gonna give his guys a chance.
which I agree
So
with.
I expect Pitts to have a pretty big game. Hopefully, it doesn't go too much to Daryl Hodge and Van Jefferson, but I'm expecting Pitts to have a pretty big impact on this game.
I'm not gonna lie. There was a Van Jefferson for longest reception, and I think it was like 30, 32, 35 yards or something like that. And I
Hmm.
wanted to take the over because I see him on a deep shot this week. At least them dialing up one this week. He's been in the system for going on this the third week in the system. You
Yeah,
saw him get involved late last week. Definitely had that drop. He wants to be like what I've noticed about Arthur Smith is like if a guy is a GOAT one week, he tries to make him, the savior the next week. So like I see a redeem shot in their form, but I just couldn't bring myself to take it.
yeah, it's tough.
I got burned on the 11 and a half yards for Hodge a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, let me stop
And then
betting on these
Hodge,
third and huh?
and then Hodge break out a big one last week.
Yeah, yeah. I I can't keep betting on these third, fourth, and fifth receivers. Like nah. Stick to the stars. You know what I'm saying? They're heavily bet, so maybe the odds don't look as juicy. You know what I'm saying? Let my greed get the
Yeah,
best of me there. But yeah, nah, I'm not gonna continue to do that.
that's a smart choice. That's a smart choice. So, what's the project you got for us, man? We talked about me. Let's talk about you. What you got for us?
All right, so this first one I got Jesse Bates for INT. I'm going for the yes on that. The odds are juicy on it. We're starting a rookie. Um, Bates likes to cheat on rookies. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll come up, he'll sit on routes. He made life hell for Bryce Young. I definitely think he would do the same for Jaron Hall. Now, I do think the Vikings are going to try to employ a very run heavy scheme. So the opportunities are going to be limited. But I think Jesse walks away with one this week.
I feel like there's the opportunity. I definitely feel like there's opportunity for that young quarterback. Even though he's an older rookie, I still
Yeah, he's
think that
BYU, they got that mission trip. So like pretty much everybody
yeah,
there usually comes out a year or two. Like they get drafted when they're like 23 or 24. You know what I'm
he's
saying? So it's
25. So
yeah, by the time they actually hit the league. So I think that
yeah,
um I think that factors in as well. But I still don't think that he's played enough pro style. Like, and granted, people crap on Kirk Cousins. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't expect no rookie to just come in and jump Kirk Cousins. But like I also don't think that you're even remotely close to that level of production in what like the film that guys are studying. And so because of
yeah,
that, I think they're gonna way dummy down the offense, right? Especially this first week with him out.
yeah. That's what I'm expecting. Um, yeah, I'm seeing the logic there. I'm agreeing with it.
All right, so this next one, uh special teams was much maligned last week, but I told you that I thought this score would be 30-14. So with that being said, I got Koo for 6.5 kicking points. I got the over on that. I think he breaks six
Okay,
and a half.
I like that.
Uh, I think our offense puts us in mostly good positions for a majority of the day. And with that, we should be able to. I don't think we're going to end multiple drives and touchdowns, but we should
Yeah,
continuously be putting pressure on them by being in field goal range and making these field goals. Who's an all pro kicker? I expect him to live up to it.
I'm with it.
Next, I got Heineke 1.5 passing touchdowns. I took the under on that. Even though I expect us to score 30 points for the first time this season. I really only see him kind of passing the ball into the end zone one time. he may score off a bootleg and like run a touchdown in.
Mm-hmm.
Not as athletic as Ritter, but like, you can get open on a naked bootleg and, dive to the pylon type thing. He's got enough athleticism for that. But yeah, I don't see him lighting up the scoreboard with like 3+ passing touchdowns. Like I don't even see 2. So 1.5, I took the under.
I'm with it. Okay. I'm a
Then
little iffy on that one though, but
all right, well,
I see the thought process because Heineke he is weird to read because I don't know what to expect this week. That's why I stayed away from
I,
anything related to him this week.
I was gonna stay away, but I feel very strongly about that because even if the game isn't 30-14, even if it's like a 22 to 17 type of game,
Mm-hmm.
Heineke ain't responsible. He may be responsible for 2 touchdowns, but he's not throwing both of them.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't see it. Then my last one for the Falcons is total yards for Bijan. 90.5. I took the over. Very same thought process on your 50.5. You know what I'm saying? Like I expect him to get a majority of his yards rushing. Some screens, some lining up in slot receiver, especially with London out. You know what I'm saying? Being involved in the passing game. I uh I see him breaking 90 total yards pretty easily.
I want that. Yeah.
Not easily. I think we'll sweat a little come to fourth, but I think he breaks that. Then
Yeah.
my one on the other team, I got Daniil Hunter to record a sack. Dude's a monster. Our line has struggled greatly. I think they're going to pick on McGarry this week. Uh, Struggles with speed. We've documented that pretty heavily on this pod, and I do think he gets home at least once. Now, does it cause a sack fumble? Does it take us out of field goal range? I don't know what the impact of that sack will be, but I definitely see him getting a sack this game, even with Heineke's escapability.
Okay. Mm, okay. Yeah. Because especially coming on Gary's side, yeah. Um,
I
I do
don't think he's
expect him
going
to
to
get rid of the
challenge.
ball pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's my thing. I think that Heineke is going to get rid of the ball. We talked about the creative style running. I think if Hunter gets a sack, it's going to be early in the game, right? Like really early in the game, probably like first or second drive type of thing.
I'm with that. Okay. I'm with that. First and second guy. Yeah.
So 18-17 on the season, tie 6-7. We'll come back to it next week, see how our props did. Next, we'll go on to the games this year, right? So right now, I'm 3-6 on the season. Ties are 1-3. We both picked 3 games. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to carry it on through the end of the season. Uh, let's go over yours first, my man. First
Yeah. I was
game.
feeling bold this week, man.
he was.
Feeling
He was.
dangerous.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, hey, boy, if something put it on the table, let them know. Like, you man, like, you know. What I'm saying?
So we're gonna
So
start with the smaller of the. Well, let's just start with the basic. I'm picking the Falcons. Money line straight up. We gonna have a business
every time,
every
right?
time. Every time. Now
And
these next two. This one might be a little light. I'm picking the Dolphins over the Chiefs. I think Tyreek gonna handle business. He's gonna get his revenge game. I'm taking that one straight up because I think it's gonna be a lower scoring game.
mhm.
Now, the juicy one I'm going with Seattle over the Ravens. Yeah, they're 5.5 dogs. I don't care.
You realize Lamar is like playing like a freaking MVP right now.
He's playing the NFC team too, and we talked about this stat before, but he got to lose sometime. Damn it!
When you chase a bet, it almost never flips. You realize this.
I'm not chasing it. I'm chasing my gut with this one.
I don't know, man. Like Gino, he hasn't looked like Gino from last year. And I ain't gonna talk you off your bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like Gino hadn't looked like Gino of last year, right? That's one. But we discussed Lamar versus NFC teams. He's playing out of his freaking mind this year. Um, I don't and it's cross. Yeah, granted, it's a cross country game, but like that's a bold take, my man.
It is. It is, and I'm aware. But sometimes you just gotta be bold, and I feel like this is what it is.
So you took all three money lines. I'm playing the spreads a bit this week. I'm technically on the opposite side of you for the KC Miami game, but only because like the spread's only a buck and a half, it's 1.5. I think that KC's the favorite, and I think they covered the two. I think it's a field goal game, right? So I'm taking KC on that one. Basically, it's who do you think is going to win, KC or Miami, with the under a field goal spread right there? It's not really most games don't most games aren't a 1 or 2 point game. They're usually like three.
Yeah,
And so that's just kind of like a pick 'em game. And I'm going with KC. Pat had the flu last week. I and the receivers are much maligned. And even with all the, you got one receiver freaking threatening his girlfriend and burning the house down. So like
yes,
he gone.
it's
Uh he out of here, bruh. So, even that receiving core is just from a human element, like terrible person. From a football element, like that receiving core just gets like even thinner. Um, but all that said and done, I think that Andy's a magician. I think KC comes out very, very uh motivated this week. And I was one of the people like I think Herbert is a little overrated, and you're gonna see that in one of my further picks. But and so like I've always been like two is better than Herbert. But like this year, the Dolphins are 6-2, ain't it? And like that 6-2 is a little fugazi when you think about it. Like they played the Patriots twice. Um, they beat the Broncos like before the Broncos really got their defense straight. Like it's the the two teams they lost to are like teams, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
they lost to
absolutely.
they lost to Buffalo, got their teeth kicked in by Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? And like uh, they lost to the Eagles. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
what
it's
you're
kind of
saying is
like
they not beating the fraud allegations. What you're saying?
you feel me? Like when you really put it up, it's like, are you 6-2? Or like it's like that year. You remember that year the Steelers went like started the season like 11-0. And like everybody was like, bro, they losing in the first round. And I think that was the year Baker took Cleveland to the playoffs. And they beat the Browns, but then they got wrecked in the second round. I forgot who they faced, but they just got straight up smacked. That might have been the was that the Bills that year? Either
It might
way,
have been.
either way, they got like straight shellacked. But it's because like that'll like, and I think they ended the season like 12-4 or 13-3, but they started 11-0. Like it because like
Yeah,
it was 11-0, but it was a real fugazi 11-0.
it was not a pretty one.
Yeah, like the Vikings last year. You know what I'm saying? They're in all these one score games. And like, yeah, you end the season with 10, 11 wins. They might even been 12 last year. But everybody was like, when they lost to the Giants, wasn't nobody like, oh my God, how did that happen? Like, I think they entered that game as underdogs, even at home. You know what I'm
That makes
saying? So like,
sense.
I think Miami's a good team, but like they both losses to the real teams they faced were like beatdowns. You know what I'm saying? So like it
Yeah,
doesn't lead me to believe that they actually got it all together.
and that's fair. That's fair. That's completely fair.
The second one I got, continuing with my Justin Herbert slander, and like people think I don't like the dude. Like I like him, I just don't think that like I don't like how the media discusses him because like I feel like we get enamored with it's a lot of my complaint about the NBA. I feel like we get enamored with talent and not with actual like what's on the field, wins and losses. I feel like we
Yeah.
devalue winning with certain players because we're enamored with talent. So I don't.
Yeah, like he has the elite talent, but he hasn't given you actual elite play.
Yeah, like he doesn't win. He does not win enough for me. Um, and with that, uh, they might win this week. So New York Jets plus 3.5 on Sunday Night Football. I'm taking that every day of the week. The Jets defense is real. They play run ball control football. The Chargers run defense is ass on a stick, bro. It's terrible. You feel what I'm saying? So like I'm gonna take that. Like I'm gonna take that every time. Um, I think this game is close. I think it's a field goal game. So that 3.5, that half save you. You know what I'm saying? Every time. Um, yeah, I think this clears. This is like a last second field goal type thing or uh, a back breaking interception by Zach at the end of the game, and then the Chargers kneel on it type thing. But this is a 3-point game, so I'm really betting on that half a point saving.
Okay.
And uh,
Uh,
and, and once again, I don't trust Brandon Staley at all. So
I don't
there's
trust
that.
him either. So
Yeah.
I get it. You're vindicated. I get it.
And then the last one, I'm chasing odds. I'm chasing odds every time, bro. And I get they're starting a rookie. Don't get me wrong. I understand it. But Cleveland ain't starting a great quarterback either. I'm taking Arizona plus 11.5 versus Cleveland. I got to. I got to. I can't stay away. Yeah, I can't stay away.
Hey, look, that's a bad read, man.
Bro, are they going to lose by more than 12? More than 12, bro. They're
Cleveland
going to
has the
lose.
number one defense
I
by
get you.
quite a margin.
I get it. I get it. It's gonna be long. Like the day gonna be. But Cleveland just allowed freaking 30. What was it? 32 points to Indiana a couple weeks ago.
The Colts are a better team.
The Colts are a better team, and Gardner Minshew's a better quarterback. But I'm. The Cardinals are bad. Don't get me wrong, they bad. But the Cleveland Browns are starting PJ Walker, bro,
Yeah, they are. But
and Nick Chubb is
you
out,
you that's fine. That's
and
fine.
what's his name? Dorian. Their wide receiver with 3 names. He's out.
He's traded. He's a lion.
You feel?
Donovan People Jones.
I'm saying like he's gone. This offense does not have as much, and so
I
like
think they're gonna be fine.
no. Here's the thing. I think Cleveland's going to win, and I think it's going to be a dominant win. But I don't think the point total is going to indicate how dominant of a win it was. That makes sense.
I get that.
So like the game could be and it never feel close, but that's still only an 11-point win.
I feel it. I feel it.
That's more so where my thinking was going. Just because I don't see Cleveland being able to muster enough offense to cover 12. Like 12 is a pretty big.
It's a big number, but last time we went against some big numbers.
Yeah, bro, the Panthers are just like, and that goes into Miami's fugaziness. Like that goes into Miami's fugaziness. Bro.
But the two teams that are on the other end of the odds are both bad teams. They're both equally as bad, in my opinion.
Is Arizona as bad as? Yeah, Arizona's as bad as Carolina. They're yeah, and trading Josh Dobbs, yes, but the ticket already in. Ain't nothing I can do about it.
Hey, I'm not gonna talk you out your bet. Hey,
you feel me? Like the ticket already in, big dog. But no, all seriousness, like I do think that, of course, I'm gonna pick Cleveland there, but Hey, last time Arizona faced a number this big, it was the Cowboys. They ended up winning that game, right? Um,
Cowboys on fraud alert too. But
yeah, slick. Uh, I don't think that they're going to. I just don't think they're going to be able to muster up enough offense. Now, sack fumbles, pick six. Hey, that's going to change the whole. Like a
oh yeah,
defensive core
definitely.
changes the whole thing, and they have not only the personnel and scheme, but like the ability to have defensive touchdowns. Ain't nothing I can really do on that one. I just got to eat it. But offensively, I think I have a good read on this one.
I understand. Um, I wish you the best of luck with it, but I understand it.
So as of right now, going into the season, 3-6, Taj 1-3. Always want to say, please bet responsibly. Don't bet in states that don't allow gambling. Don't bet nothing you can't afford to lose. That's the main important part.
Please be responsible. And yeah,
So
don't be squandering your rent money and all that other stuff. Just be responsible. Handle your
please,
responsibilities first.
please set limits. All right, set
If it's
limits.
gonna hurt you, then the money is not free.
Boy, you spit facts. Like that's a good one. We say, hey, that's going on. I'm taking that snip, and that's going on like every episode from on out. But all seriousness, appreciate you guys. Come back, check, see how we did next week. Obviously, um, you'll know the outcomes of the games, but we're gonna keep track of our season totals. Can't wait to hear from y'all again. This has been your boy Qcity,
Your boy Taj Bravado.
and we out.
Peace.
Like a chopper, looking like I hit the lotto. I want a hottie like mulatto. I'm on here and she on Moscato. I'm in them good till tomorrow. I'm a robber for the Neros. Your little loss, I'ma put you on payroll. You smell that aroma? Design the air, it's a party here. Papa Corona, she moving the body, she working them heels. Gotta go get it mentality. Grocery bag full of celery. Only believe half what she telling me. Keep a 20 on me, case emergency. I wake up early every morning. Thank the Lord and get the bag. Hustle hard, get the cash. Stack first, then I'm showing my ass. Gotta go get it mentality. Grocery bag full of celery. Only believe half what she telling me. Keep a 20 on me, case emergency.
My babies, that's who I grind for. That's who I do it for. Like the Navy, that's who I'm toting that iron for. Keep one in the head like a thought, nigga. Yeah, I fuck with Ty, he a boss, nigga. Foot on their neck, I exhaust, nigga. Niggas cross me, so I cross, nigga. No stripper was lit last night. 500, what it cost, nigga. Shit was really legit last night. Had them hoes at the house, nigga. Instagram, Snapchat, Triller. What they say about Jay, he a go-getter. Used to have them fat sacks in the grove, nigga. Late nights, early morning, my dough, nigga.
You smell that aroma? Design the air, it's a party here. Papa Corona, she moving the body, she working them heels. Gotta go get it mentality. Grocery bag full of celery. Only believe half what she telling me. Keep a 20